Welcome to Wisdom to Wealth. We have another powerful episode today. It's going to be really appetizing. So I hope that you all grab your notebook and your pen so you can take notes, take action, make some money, honey. This is the Wisdom to Wealth podcast where we interview the wealthiest entrepreneurs and business owners in the world to hear their stories on how they were able to overcome any type of mindset, limiting beliefs, or fears so that they can scale their business. I'm your host, Shamar Star Cox. I'm a TV producer and a marketing coach. My goal is to help business owners create content that sells so that now you are increasing your reach, your leads, and your sales. I am also the founder of the Convert Content to Cash Challenge for six-figure business owners who want to know how to scale your business and take it to the next level by creating binge-worthy content that grows a loyal and buying following on social media. So today we have a wonderful guest. Miss Marina is in the building with us. She is an international business and marketing mentor, founder of MS Quantum Growth Company, which you already know anything that has quantum in it means that you're taking massive leaps. By using her signature methods and frameworks such as the fine tuning to millions messaging method and the seven-figure high converting sales engine, Marina empowers coaches and online entrepreneurs who are in the phase of massive growth, break the cycle of the month to month hustle, and shift to the seven-figure recurring money stream so they can enjoy their life the way that they want to. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to hearing how you're able to help these entrepreneurs break out of the month to month hustle. I know exactly what that feels like. And I'm looking forward to hearing how you help your clients just get into a flow. So let me just throw it over to you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello. So happy to be here. And I'm so happy that there are so many people out there who can hear us. And actually, I know this is a big struggle because all my clients who I work with, they can come to me with the desire to have a massive growth, but at the same time, we all don't want to work that much. So what we need to do is to implement powerful strategies and systems that are going to set you up for scalability, sustainability, and success. And you can go out there and live your life as much as possible.
I love that you said that. Setting up systems for sustainability, scalability, and success. Those three S's. Okay. Tell us about your journey. How did you go from just starting to where you are now?
Yeah, so do you know, when I look back, it now seems so funny, but I remember there were really a lot of moments when I was not not feeling that powerful. And I come from corporate. You know, when you are in corporate, you're someone. Like when you say the name of the company, you immediately become someone, and all doors are open to you. And it's much easier to scale brands. I was a brand manager in an international pharmaceutical company, and I was building brands from scratch or scaling the brands that were already in some growth phase. And it was so unique experience because at some point, I don't know if someone here has been in corporate or uh, being a brand manager, but these products, they are like your children. You get so in love with them that you want them to thrive as if you're growing a child, and you want to see them thrive. And it was very nice because this is where I learned all my skills in the beginning. You know, everything that marketing teaches, like brand awareness, the scalability, building this business plan, how exactly are we going to make the money, the sales strategy. At the same time, working with the marketing team, the sales team, I was building the strategy, and I was the person who needed to motivate them. And for luck, of course, it happened that many of my brands were not that with that big budgets.
Mm-hmm.
And I was tasked to actually do something that initially looked very impossible, and many people would go away of this opportunity. But um, I perceived it as something that will grow myself as well, that
Mhm.
will expand myself. And I started getting into new seasons of creativity, because when you are stuck, you only think, how can I make this work? I need to make this work. I don't care. And at some point you're pushing here, pushing there, pushing here, pushing there. And at some point I started breaking all benchmarks out there. Yeah, and it was really nice, and it was it was fun. Now when I'm telling this story, it was fun because I was 26 years old at that time, like pretty immature. Like you believe that everything is happening so easy. You
Mhm.
still haven't faced all different kinds of challenges, and it was really incredible experience till the moment I started getting burnt out. Additionally, in the corporate world, you have this ceiling, you have your boss, you have your managers. They are telling you, don't do that, do this. You're seeing some things are not working, you want to change them, but you don't have that freedom.
Mhm.
And from one side, yes, you have the freedom to do a lot of things, to be very creative, but on the other hand, there is this limitation that was started killing me at some point, because I'm a high achiever. I'm someone who doesn't like to hear no, or when they tell me this is not going to happen, I'm like, just watch me.
Mhm.
So at some point, I started experiencing a very heavy burnout. There were also a lot of live workshops, a lot of trips, a
Mhm.
lot of weekends where I was attending some congresses and events. And at some point, it was not funny anymore. So then I decided that I cannot live my whole life like this. There was a day when I was just sitting and thinking, is this how it's going to be all my life?
Yeah.
And then I realized that changing the company could bring me some additional money.
Mhm.
But given the fact that I would have to start from scratch again and prove myself, it it wasn't worth the effort.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I started thinking, how can I completely change my life? And I attended a seminar. It was something like manifest your dream life, or something about quantum leaping, or something about that. I don't remember the name anymore. But then I realized that the skills that I have in marketing, in building business plans, in scaling brands, this is something that is um, highly needed, especially in that period when we were experiencing the heavy online businesses. Everyone was transitioning to online. It was no longer that something on Facebook or something on Instagram, but it was already started. And I said, I'm going to go for it. And this is how it all started. It was like everyone around me were like, you're crazy. It was just COVID was even not finished yet, not done yet. Like we were still having lockdowns here and there, like every couple of months. But I said, no, I'm done here. Like
Mhm.
my time here is over, and I need to fly. And I just quit my job. And it was interesting because I took the decision that I'm going to go out of corporate and go into entrepreneurship, being by myself, coaching other people. And I signed up a couple of clients since I was still in my corporate job. They were like two, three, not very big. Of course, I was charging something ridiculous. But they had amazing results, like the way that I structured my frameworks and what I'm going to teach them. They were having so amazing results in just a couple of weeks and months of working together, that then was the moment when I said, wow, it seems that I'm really good and I can make a living from this. And this is how it all started.
Mhm.
But do you know, it was very difficult in the beginning because I had to build
Yeah.
my brand, my name from scratch.
Yeah.
So I'm living a world where I'm already, I cannot say someone, but you're known. You know, when you say your name, when you say the company and people know you. I've been there for 8 years, so everyone in the industry knew me. When
Mhm.
they say Marina, everyone knew
Mhm.
who are we talking about, who am I, what is my position, what I stand for, that I'm very structured, strategic, extraordinary at what I do. Like I was known for starting something and finishing till the end. Like mm, I was not leaving anything just like that. And all my colleagues were extremely happy with me, but I went out of there and I was no
Mm.
one.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite part of your story, where you were in this career, you were thriving in this career, you had a name for yourself in this career. But because of the burnout and the exhaustion, but also feeling limited, it was just like, nope, it's time for me to do something different. And now here you are, you shifted into becoming a business coach, and you had to start from scratch where no one really knew, they didn't know you in this area. Talk us through the mindset of having to overcome that, of going from, okay, I used to be known to, okay, no one really knows me. But you have these skill sets that can help you to build your business. But what was going through your mind? Was there any type of fear? Was there any doubt that this may take longer than you expect for you to see the success?
Yeah, so again, given my experience and the know-how that I had, I just approached myself as a brand that I have to build.
Yeah.
And I knew I have to go through all these stages of building brand awareness, building an audience,
Mhm.
um, having people trust me. And yes, there were a lot of difficult moments. I'm not going to lie here and say, you know, some beautiful words just to make it look nicer.
Mhm.
But again, I'm very resilient,
Yeah.
and this resilience helped me to hold very difficult moments, because you know a lot of people think that, for example, when you make six figures, all your life is going to be,
Girl, say that.
they think, okay, now I made six figures, when I go to seven figures I will be someone else.
Yeah.
But guess what, life happens
Right.
regardless if you make 10K, 100K months, or you make 2 million months. Because you know, among my clients there are people who make six figures and seven figures, multi seven figures per month, we are speaking.
Mhm.
And we face challenges,
Mhm.
we have to navigate these challenges. And
Mhm.
of course, each and every business owner has their limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
I also have mine. So there was a long period of time when, not a long, but at some point I was thinking, who is going to hire me when no one knows me?
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. That's so
Then
true.
people started hiring me. I overcame this belief, but then it was something else that
Yes.
came into my mind.
Mhm.
And also, you know, many of my clients, they also have their own beliefs from
Mhm.
their childhood, or they just don't believe in that strategy, or they just don't like something. And we have to navigate these things. For example, I recently shared this in my social media accounts. I had one of my first clients. She was an amazing yoga and psychology teacher, and we developed a unique method that she started teaching. But you know, her child didn't want to sleep in the afternoon, exactly when we have planned that
Mhm.
she's going to go live and sell her offer. And instead of complaining or started finding this as roadblock, she was just showing up with her 2-year-old child. He
Yes.
was also doing yoga,
Yeah.
and this became her unique approach. People like, because it's very common that mothers say, I have no time for yoga, for sports, or for something like that, but we managed. And of course I had to coach her on this,
Mm-hmm.
because in her mind this was not okay. And we just position this in a way that is going to make her unique, and to
Mm-hmm.
show her ideal client
Yeah.
you can do 30 minutes of yoga per day,
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
with your child next to you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we just positioned it in that way that she doesn't need to tell it, but the way she shows up, it speaks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. I just really love this conversation. Ever since I started this podcast, I just meet a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners. You all are saying the same thing. It doesn't matter what level you get to, you will always have some type of limiting belief. Life will always happen. And this example that you shared with your client, where her child wants to go to sleep
Yeah.
during her time for selling and showing up live, but you were able to, oh, I'm getting chills. You were able to coach her through it, right? And this is a way of really taking responsibility for these circumstances, because life doesn't halt just because we start a business. Life doesn't go, okay, Marina started a business, let's stop happening to her.
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen even more, right? But what is your resiliency? What is it? What is your steps that you put into place so it doesn't knock you down? And I love that she was able to appeal to her audience even more by showing them, hey, even I have a child, and this is how I'm able to do my yoga while my child is sleeping, right? And so sometimes it really is having that coach to show you to how you can continue to build while life is happening. So I'm like, bravo, that's just amazing. And you brought up another point, which was, whether you hit six figures or seven figures or multiple seven figures, it doesn't matter. Like, I remember when I first hit six figures, everyone around me just felt, well, first of all, let me tell you my mindset beforehand. When I was trying to hit six figures, the mindset was, when I hit six figures, I made it. You definitely don't make it at six figures. I hit the six figures and I was like, oh, there's more to go. Wait, there's way more to go, right? It's six figures is like the first level you want to hit, but you want to keep on climbing from there, because if you only stayed at six figures, there's no way that your business is going to grow. I mean, you can hit six figures year after year, but you yourself won't feel free from the business. Like, there's a
Yes.
different type of mindset that you have when you're at six figures, and then there's a different type of mindset that you need to get when you want to get to seven figures, right? And so
Absolutely.
making that shift is really important. So let me ask you this question. You just gave us a tip on how you coached your client. What are like two other key points that you typically share with your clients, or even just with your audience, when it comes to them building their business and being successful?
Yeah, so as you just mentioned, seven figures are not built the same way
Mm-hmm.
we make six figures,
Mm-hmm.
because you can reach six figures with some messy actions, pushing here and there.
Yep.
But if you really want to scale to multi six figure months and a seven figure year, you already need systems in place.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have your content doing all the heavy lifting for you. I mean, yes, content is the most important
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but if you expect that you will show up every single day on social media and you will be doing everything manually, you are not going to be able to scale to seven figures.
Mm. Mm.
It's not possible, because as we all said, life happens. You cannot keep yourself to your stories every single day,
Yep.
like, and counting that this is going to be your whole sales system. You need a sustainable and scalable
Mm-hmm.
sales strategy,
Mm-hmm.
just like I mentioned in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly what we are doing every time when we are scaling to six or to seven figures. We are setting up a high converting sales engine that is going to do the heavy lifting for you. And I know many people say, I don't like automations, I don't like AI, but this is no longer something alien. This is part of our lives.
Come on.
Everything around us has AI, want it or not, admitting it or not. This is the reality.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I remember, like maybe 2 years ago, when ChatGPT was announced for the first time, and since I'm also part of a digital agency, and we were maybe the first who started using it, and many people were like, why are you using this? Because you're quantum leaping time,
Mm-hmm.
because you're scaling 10 times faster.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we're not saying go use ChatGPT for every single thing. And of course, you need to know how to use it, because if you go and ask ChatGPT something and I go, it's going to give us completely different answers.
Yes. Yes.
And it depends on how are you approaching, how you are giving it the positioning elements, for example, the strategy elements, what you're giving it to build something for you. But that's not the point. My idea is that if you want to scale, you cannot be your whole sales system, you cannot do everything manually. You I know everyone wants to do it by themselves, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time you need to learn to delegate, whether it's going to be a team member, whether it's going to be DM automation, email automations, or any other kind of automation. It's necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love it.
But this high converting sales engine, this is my signature framework. It is based on elements that are must haves, because not all funnels are created equal. There is a sequence that works the best. There is messaging that you need into these automations that are going to convert. You need to set up your cart value catalyst. You need to set up, I call it set and relax funnels, the silent sales strategies that are selling for you behind the scenes. And this is all an art to make it work together. And what most coaches and entrepreneurs struggle with is to set up the messaging, the sales automations, and their offer stream working together as a whole under one umbrella. Like in 8 times out of 10, this is what my clients are struggling with. And they need to their workflow is on this day-to-day basis or month-to-month basis. There is no clear strategy and vision, or they have it in their head, of course, because the people I work with, they are high achievers, visionary leaders. They have the vision, but then it's not strategized, it's not in actionable items that are easy to execute on a day-to-day basis.
I love that you talk about this high converting sales engine working on your behalf where you don't have to physically, put your hands on it. And again, this is just the difference between when you're building to a six figure versus when you're building to multiple six figures or seven figures. When you're just starting out, you are going to be the one doing most of the work. You're going to be reaching out to the people, having the conversations and whatnot. But as you begin to scale, you start to have team members, you start to put automations in place, you start to put AI in place, like you said. Some people may be apprehensive to it, but really this is where our society has gone. But even when I think about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, really, people were apprehensive to video content, right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to move into video marketing. And look how we are 4 years later, going into 5 years. Video has completely taken over. So if you're not doing it in your marketing, it's a bit antiquated. But now here's AI, same thing. Like it has completely taken over. Everyone has an AI feature now because of just how useful and helpful it is. So I love that you're talking about this. And what I feel, and I feel like this kind of goes back to our conversation during the pre-interview call, is that you're able to put this in place. Like you, Marina, you created this for your clients because you know what it feels like to burn out. You know what it feels like to live a life where your business is relying on you, and then how can you step away, right? So it's almost like it's a gift or a present that you've created for them so that they can live the life that they want. And I just think that is so powerful. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I had a many I had many breakthrough moments, and I have to admit I'm very guilty of doing all this for my clients, but not for myself early enough.
Yeah.
Because I teach all of my clients, like we are setting them up for scalability since day one.
Hmm.
You know, the scalable offer stream, the scalable systems. We are building the content in a way that is going to serve them not just today, but in the next 2 weeks, 1 month, etc. The way I'm positioning them, teaching them to position themselves actually is something very unique, but I was not doing this for myself early enough, and I was stuck again, and I know many of my clients are in this situation. You work so much for your clients that you leave so little space for yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have experienced this many times when it's not. You feel like you wake up, you're not in the mood of all these 10,000 tasks that you have already,
Hmm.
or I don't know, it's a beautiful day and you just want to go out
Yeah.
under the sun, or you just want to spend time with your family, friends, to do whatever. But if you don't have this scalable and automated systems, this high converting
Yeah.
sales engine, you're glued to your PC and your phone, which is pity.
Yeah.
And I shared this story with you in our initial conversation, but it was one year ago when I met my man, and it was really this aha moment. Just the second I got in the car on our first date, and I was like, no, I have to set up this system for myself. It's enough of doing it for others and not for myself. I
Mhm.
cannot keep working like that, although I'm a workaholic and I constantly over deliver, etc., etc. But it was high time for me to do it for myself as well, because these funnels where you're the whole system, you
Mhm.
only rely on your content
Yeah.
day to day, like what should I post today,
Mhm.
or sales feels low, I need to show up more.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
not in showing up more,
Yeah. Mhm.
it's in doing the potent activities that are moving the needle.
That part. That's so good.
Moreover, many people are stuck also in showing up every single day, and they cannot build their brand on another level. Like, there is no space for increasing their visibility by, let's say, attending conferences, by even podcasts, even
Mhm.
you. You keep your brand on one level instead of expanding it like that,
Yeah.
sharing the voice,
Yeah.
being seen, heard, and paid, building your authority.
Mhm.
And I believe that there is this stage for each and every business when you need to start thinking of elevating your brand
Mhm.
and not focusing so much on the details.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is why, because these details are bringing the money,
Mhm.
you need to develop a system, to implement a system that is going to do this for you, so you can go and live your life,
Mhm.
focus on other type of activities that are going to position your brand
Mhm.
as an authority
Mhm.
and more trustworthy.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And before I respond, I actually just want to share some comments that are coming through on Instagram. My Instagram did freeze. So I just want to say my Instagram froze, so I can't engage like I typically am, and I can't scroll. But I do want to share this from Tamara. She's a weight loss coach. And she said systems are key for scaling. She said this is a really good approach that you're sharing to set your clients up for scalability in the beginning, not
Yeah.
after. In the
No.
beginning,
Yes.
just setting them up for the scalability. And again, because of what you went through. And then you just shared just now that a year ago you met your man and you realize I can't live this life where I'm just working all the time.
So, you know what is the ridiculous thing? The ridiculous thing is, I am a business and marketing coach, and I'm doing this for my clients.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm getting stuck with this, and I'm telling myself every single day, I need to set up my systems. I
Yeah.
need to set up my systems. But it's just like, yes, I have to do it, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know many business coaches are not going to admit this,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm all about transparency. And do you know why I'm saying this? Because we are humans and we are constantly hustling for more. We are constantly thinking, I should have been further ahead by now,
Mm-hmm.
or blaming ourselves. I didn't do this. I wanted to do that, but I didn't have time, or all kinds of stuff. And I know that many people are going to say, I don't have time is just an excuse.
Yeah.
But when you have 10 one-on-one clients
Mm-hmm.
jumping on your head, when you have to work on your business,
Mm-hmm.
to write your content, to set up your funnels, to, in the meantime, as we said, life happens. You
Yeah.
cannot work 16 hours per day every single
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Your family needs you, your household needs you.
Mhm.
And moreover, you need yourself.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
When when are you going to eat?
Mm-hmm.
When is your self-care time?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I love when I wake up, I want 1 or 2 hours that I'm by myself. I don't want anyone to talk to me. I
Mm-hmm.
want to have my coffee and
Yeah.
just, you know, sometimes it's 40 minutes, sometimes it's 2 hours per day,
Mm-hmm.
but as much as I need.
Yeah.
And I need time to stop and think of myself,
Mm-hmm.
to have
Mm-hmm.
time to go to Pilates or workout or whatever you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be any kind of sport.
Yeah.
But we need to realize that if we are not taking care of ourselves,
Mm.
our business is getting the shitty version of us and
Ooh.
we cannot scale it.
Mm-hmm.
Our clients are not getting our best version.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your partner,
Mm-hmm.
husband, wife, boyfriend, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is not getting the best possible version of you. If you have children,
Mm-hmm.
you're a mom. So we we need to balance, and the balance is very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is why we need to really to set up and automate as much as possible,
Yeah.
in to work in strategic systemic way.
Yep.
So the day to day, this could sound a little bit corporate, but the day to day operational work
Mm-hmm.
should be decreased as much as possible, and your business needs to be set up for scalability and sustainability,
Yeah.
because you can make 100K month,
Mm-hmm.
but then when it drops, what happens?
That part. That part. That's so good. I love everything that you said, but what really hit me was your partner needs you, your clients need you, and you need you. Like that right there, it just gave me chills when you were saying it because it's true. Because life isn't put on hold just because we start a business and we're ready to scale it. Life is still going to happen. The relationships you have is still going to happen. And you don't want to start neglecting these relationships just because you want your business to be successful. Yes, we have a relationship with our business, but creating a system for it to be scalable can allow you to still take care of your partner, your children, your clients, yourself, and run your business. So I know we are past time, but tell us about your 7-figure scalability program. I'm going to drop the link in here, but let everyone know how they can get access to it.
Yeah, so this is the high converting sales engine, which is based on absolutely automating your sales, setting up funnels that are going to work for you while you're having time away. We are not saying there is not work to be done, of course, there is.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is that when you set up this, you're amplifying everything that you have. Your content is amplified because these systems work for you and instead of you. You're able to wake up to payments. You know this is going to work for you, and the content that you post, it is going to bring sales days after you have posted it. And as I said, you can drink your coffee for 2 hours in the morning and not being like, oh, I have to do something, I have to answer clients, I have to do this and that, because this is killing you in the long term.
Mhm.
And this is not the way anyone should live.
Yeah.
We need to make space. I know that nowadays with the online coaching business and the online businesses, we think we are free,
Mm.
but many people are not free actually.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's far away from freedom when you're checking your sales and you see sales are not what I wanted, what I expected.
Yep. Yep.
Let me show up again and post a story, and you cannot have a dinner with your family. This is not
Mhm.
what we want.
Mhm.
We want, as you said, as early as possible to set up these silent sales strategies, the set and relax funnels, and to amplify everything that we are doing. Because you already have the clients, your messaging is converting anyway, but it can convert 5 times more.
Mhm.
And you have a capacity. Instead of limiting your capacity and capping your income because you have to do everything by yourself, you can set up this 7-figure high converting sales engine, and it is going to do the heavy lifting for you.
Mhm.
While you can focus on many other things, as I mentioned, maybe you want to go and speak on stages, maybe you just want to have more time for yourself, or do sports, or spend time with your family, whatever you want. But we need to load your shoulders off, because I know that every other life launch or every other sales call feels like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
And it's not the point, because you can make 100K months or 500K months, but if you are exhausted,
Mhm.
what's the point?
Mhm. Mhm. That's so good. I love that. And I love that you talked about this isn't going to take away all the work that you have to do. You still have work to do, but this is going to do the heavy lifting so that you don't have to focus on the day to day all the time, right?
Yes.
This is going to take care of that for you. So I love it. I dropped the link in the chat for Instagram. I'll have to share it in the description since my Instagram froze and I can't put anything in there. But for those of you who are on YouTube and LinkedIn, you can just grab the link right now if you want to get access to the 7-figure sales engine. And then you also had another offer for us, which was the 100K month mastermind. Is that the same thing or was that different?
The 100K month masterclass is a free masterclass where I'm going to show anyone who joins there what exactly they need to scale from 20, 30K months to 100K months, consistent 100K months. What are the blind spots in your messaging? How exactly you are not attracting the premium buyers? How you are repelling them? What exactly you need to set up in your sales system in order to for it to bring money on autopilot for you, and this scalable offer suite that is actually bringing the sustainability, because again you cannot count on 10, 20, 50 one-on-one clients. It keeps you capped, your income is capped, you're exhausted, and it's not scalable.
Yeah. I love it. I love that this is a free mastermind that you're actually just going to be
Masterclass.
showing
Yeah.
masterclass, excuse me, free masterclass where you're actually going to be showing like this is what you need to scale your business. I think that's super, super powerful. And one thing you said was, I'll show you how to attract the premium buyers. Now, this is key because oftentimes when business owners are starting out, they're attracting the broke buyers who don't want to buy. And then they're wondering, why am I getting any sales? But we have to shift our mindset. We want to attract the people who actually want to buy our offer. So I really love that you shared that. So I know we're past time, but do you have any final wisdom you want to share with us as we're wrapping up?
One thing I want to share with everyone is that, first of all, remember that each and every one of us has their own journey. And oftentimes, even if someone gives you the shortcut, it might not work as you expect. But this doesn't mean that you're not unique,
Yeah.
that you don't have your unique scent,
Mhm.
and you don't have the it factor.
Yeah.
You need to believe in yourself at every single step of your journey. And you can make it regardless of any challenge that happens in your life. There are so many strategies that we can use to scale your business. What you need to know is that the this month to month hustle needs to go away for your nervous system to calm down and for your sales to come on autopilot. And this is possible, but you need to, because many people are giving up as soon as they see the first challenge. But I know people who are here, they're not this kind of person, and they are looking for this scalability and sustainability systems, and
I
this is
love
where we come.
I love that. Oh, you just dropped so many gems. You said if you're stuck on the month to month, your nervous system is out of whack. Like it's probably overwhelmed, frustrated. It could be nervous. But when you move into having this sales flow, this scale, automating your sales, now you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to be on this constant hamster
Yes.
wheel just to get your sales. So I just want to say thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. You have been truly a blessing. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in. Tomorrow we have another powerful guest who's going to be sharing with us how she scaled her nonprofit organization to $400,000 in sales every year and just busting the myth that you can't make money while running a nonprofit. So we hope today that you were able to get some wisdom, plant them as seeds so that your fruit, when you are ready to harvest, will be wealth. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy your day. Bye.